Wizards of the Coast is, in fact, the company that made the first edition 1999 Pokemon set. And it's known for that. It's got some legitimacy because of that. Do you know what else they made? Everybody's chasing the next best thing, and I've started buying this, and I wanted you guys to ride along with me if you are so inclined. They also made trading card game cards for Harry Potter.
Hey guys, so with Andrew and Cage introducing the Harry Potter TCG from 2001, the WOTC set, to many of you, and maybe some of you are hearing that for the first time on their podcast last night, I wanted to do a quick primer on what some of the top products are, give you kind of the landscape of the different products that you can pick up within Harry Potter. I think a lot of people will be interested in these sealed WOTC products, and there's a few different offerings, not just the boxes, but other things that you can get sealed. And then I'd be happy to get into sort of what the chase cards are within some of these sets and also some of the promos. There's some pretty cool stuff. But first, I totally agree that this could be a big deal. And maybe Cage and Andrew can share a little bit more on why.
So even you, what did you just say? Wingardium Leviosa?
Wingardium Leviosa.
So you're doing the
Leviosa.
So you're doing lines from a movie, which, by the way, 193 episodes in, it finally took Harry Potter for you to start doing movie lines, and that alone makes me feel justified in my investment strategy. Right? That alone, right there, it's so ingrained in culture. It's so huge that I think people don't even know these cards exist, let alone that they're from a Wizards of the Coast release, the same way that the first Pokemon was, and everybody out there is looking for the next big thing, whether it's going to be Marvel cards, whether it's going to be wrestling cards, whether it's going to be Yu-Gi-Oh! All right, you go to someone from the next generation, right?
Yep.
The kids who might be coming up after Pokemon, the kids who did come up with Pokemon, and you ask them about Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball Z, sure, they're probably going to know it. They're going to know Harry Potter. They're going to know Harry Potter stuff.
So that was Cage and Andrew from the Lucas, Tigers, and LeBron's podcast. They cover everything collectibles and trading cards. Definitely recommend checking it out. It's sports cards heavy, but they get into everything. They have awesome guests, great community. So check that out wherever you get your podcasts or any of the social networks. So as far as the different types of sealed products that you could chase, let's just start there. Yeah, this is your standard booster box. It's got 36 packs in it. So I think art is gorgeous, and I'll in a minute just go through the different booster boxes that are available. There's 5 of them technically, and they're all from Wizards of the Coast, and this was a TCG. And you might ask yourself, like, do people still play the game? I'll get to that at the end. They definitely do. There's still leagues and stuff, but it is technically dead in that they don't produce new products anymore. The individual packs are pretty cool. So this is the base set that I'm showing you packs from, and there's 3 different arts on base set, and each you can buy single packs in any of these, so you don't just have to buy the booster boxes. If you just want to have a sealed product, you could do that. I really like the blister packs if you can find them. So every set has blister packs, and this is kind of a fun collection, trying to get like a blister pack from every one. This is from, again, the base set. So my favorite by far is this first one I sent you. This is like the ultimate collectible. Look at Hogwarts Castle, and they're just gorgeous, right? And then you have the kids. And so you're wondering, like, well, are there even chase cards in there? Like, why would I pay this box, is currently going for around $400 or $500. Why would I pay for that? Probably just as a shelf collectible in many cases. I think that's what a lot of people are doing it for. They want a WOTC collectible, but also people can chase cards like this, or I'd recommend for now just buying singles, because you can find these right now as cheap as $40-50, and the unicorn is like the big chase card. Part of the reason is rarity, that supposedly you can only find one in, depending on who you talk to, just it's all based on anecdotals, but it's like 1 in every 2.5 to 4 boxes, where, like, say the Charizard in Pokemon, you find that something like 1 in every 1.6. The Charizard of Harry Potter, the unicorn, is a gorgeous card, and it's even rarer to find in terms of per box ratios. So let's look at some other boxes. Probably my second favorite is the most affordable at the moment. It's the Quidditch Cup. And I think it's just cool art on the front. It's another just really neat piece you can get. I think they're going for around $150 to $200 right now. A little bit more affordable. All of these, by the way, this is invest if you like it. These were cheaper, just like everything else a year ago, a lot cheaper. But do they have room to run? I don't know. If you like it, buy it. And then if you want a WOTC box and not pay thousands of dollars, like tens of thousands, like Pokemon, just another option. So here's another WOTC box. This is the Diagon Alley box. And then I do still want an Adventures at Hogwarts box. So you can see that here. And that's a cool box too. I don't know about that Ron haircut. He's got the, looks like he had a bowl cut. So that's probably, towards the end, the backside of my favorites. And this is one I consider my third favorite, actually, after Quidditch Cup. And these are not from the TCG. These are not playing card games. Like, you can't play the TCG with these. They're CCGs, collectible card game. They're straight out of the movie. And the cards themselves are, but the box is pretty sweet. And it's, it's Sorcerer's Stone. It's from that original movie. So be careful with these. Some have the Wizards of the Coast and some do not. Of course, I think the more collectible one has the Wizards labeling on there. And that's why I grabbed one of these. So really cool in sealed condition. I'm not sure I'd want to collect the cards, but that's just me. Yeah, and so lastly, this is going to be a little controversial to some of the players because it's actually the most expensive box, but you can see the Chamber of Secrets box. Now, my opinion on this is I don't like it. I don't like the box. I have not bought it. I'm never going to buy it. I wouldn't have bought it when it was $50, and I'm not going to buy it now that it's $1,500 plus. It's that expensive because of rarity, for one thing. And you know what? There's some pretty cool cards in there, but it's not for me. So I mean, look at Harry. That's a weird freaking picture of Harry. Am I right? And I don't know. I don't get it. It's just not attractive. I don't want it on my shelf. It doesn't look, I mean, this is really fun. Definitely want that as a display item to, show off. This, I gotta have this. This is so freaking cool. Am I right? So this is like a must. Some of the other ones are cool, but can't do Chamber of Secrets. It's just not something I even want to show. Now, if it was like I wanted to buy it to get the cards, maybe. All right, so next let's talk about singles. I talked about Unicorn, and that's one from the base set from the gorgeous Hogwarts purple box. And I love the base cards the most. For one thing, it's from the first ever Harry Potter set, so that's got cachet already. But on top of it, I think it has the best cards. They just haven't gone up as much because the people that actually play the game, they're going to go for the scarcer cards, and they're going to go for some of the latest cards with the different powers and capabilities they want to play with. And a lot of those come from like Chamber of Secrets and some of those. So you'll see a lot of those cards going for quite a bit. So I don't know. I don't really mess with those a lot. I like these base cards. They're the ones that are iconic that I'm going to get graded. So things like Unicorn. And Unicorn, again, I consider the Charizard of Harry Potter. Doesn't do it justice, but it's really beautiful in hand. And all cards have that standard back there. And it's just a great card, and it's rare. So that one I'm getting graded. Severus Snape. These mirror cards, you can see like actually is a mirror type of look. And the character reveals itself as a hollow. The eBay photos are just awful for this. People don't have great light for them, so it is what it is. But Snape is a big one. Harry Potter is another one from base set, and you can still get these pretty cheap guys, like tens of dollars. And Harry Potter, man, how cool is that? So yeah, the mirror hollows from base set are cool. Now you're like, well, what about Draco and Hermione? I think a lot of those are more mass-produced. I believe that some of them are in the trainer decks. I think Ron might be a good one to look into too. I've pretty much stuck with Unicorn, Snape, and Harry myself, and I'm trying to collect as many minty ones as I can find because I'd love to get like a PSA 10 of some of these cards. That would just be, to me, a cool goal to chase. So within the Chamber of Secrets, what are some of the big cards there? And guys, hold on. Some of the coolest cards are coming yet, the promo cards. But first, let's talk about Chamber of Secrets cards. So in Chamber of Secrets, the big card that people are after, really two of them, seem to be this one, Dobby's Disappearance. And this is the holo. It's currently going for what, $300-400? I'm not a huge fan. I think it's okay. People say they collect it because Dobby's popular. Guys, Dobby isn't even in this freaking card. Whatever. I know it's a powerful card. People like it. They want to collect it for the game. And so Dobby's Disappearance, sometimes it's called DD, and then Dobby's Help. Okay. Now, cool. This one actually has Dobby, so don't love the card, to be honest. It's fine. But these are the ones that go for a few $100 a piece or whatever. And this one you can tell is not a holo. It actually does come as a holo foil. So this is a non-holo. It goes, it's cheaper. This one also can be non-holo, but in this case it is a holo. The that I have. So those are like the ones that people are after. I don't think they're the coolest. I think there's probably a dozen cards from Chamber of Secrets that are even cooler. Here's a few samples. So we've got Dumbledore's Office, and that's kind of sweet. Art. I just think some of the art in these cards is amazing. And then, freaking Dragon card. Just awesome. Flying Car holo. Gotta love that. Kids heading to school alongside Hedwig. Sweet. And then this one is, I think, my favorite Chamber of Secrets card. It's the Fox card, the Phoenix. Just love that. Anyway, there's plenty of, dive in, find the cards you like. Chamber of Secrets are going to be tough just due to rarity and that the players that play the game still want to collect those. But if I were you, I'd be chasing Harrys and Unicorns and Snapes and Rons because they're beautiful cards and I just think they're going to be amazing to get graded. All right, next let's talk about promos. Promos are, in my opinion, awesome collectibles. Not everyone collects promos. Some people, most of the promos you can actually get in a different set. It just doesn't have the promo stamp on it. But here's an example of a promo that I love. This is a Japanese launch promo, so all the promos have some relation to an event or a launch of a product. You can see in the corner where it says here, promo. So they'll always have a stamp on there that either says launch or promo on it. And this was one that was given out inside of Koro Koro magazines from Japan. So you can see inside they had inserted this one sealed. So I have one sealed. This is definitely a prize in my collection to have a sealed Koro Koro. Card like this, and this Koro Koro one is called Wingardium Leviosa. And isn't the art just amazing? So cool. This one is one that was opened, but still kept the envelope in it. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I could see what the inside looked like. And it was neat that they actually took, put some art on the inside because they didn't have to do that. But the art is really cool. And you can see on this Koro Koro promo from the 2001 Japanese release that, and this is one of the only like Japanese exclusive promotions they have, is this one, and then one called Backfire, which is super rare, but never seen one of those. Is this Koro Koro one. But if you look at that art that they used to promote the initial release of just Harry Potter TCG in general, not just for Japan, but for the US, they then used it later in a card called Unusual Pets, and that has a promo as well. And so I think this is a really cool promo. I think it's just great that it has all three kids on it, and Hagrid, and then the little dragon that he's raising, Norbert. So that's kind of sweet. But my favorite promo, guys, it's close between Wingardium Leviosa, which is that Japanese one, and this one is the Meeting Fluffy promo. Who doesn't love Fluffy? And this is a really rare, pretty rare promo, pretty coveted. When they get listed on eBay, they sell pretty quickly. I think lately it's been $50 to $70-ish. But these are ones I'm gonna get graded, and I think have investment-wise big potential. But I just love them, and so I've gotten a few of these. And on top of it, you see how like their eyes go pew. They just flash at you. So cool. And one thing to know about promos is you can get them. They come. A lot of them come sealed. So there's sealed promos and there's sealed promo collectors that just like to collect the promos sealed. And you're like, well, how do you even know what promo it is? Well, you got to like push the card up so you can I don't even want to do it because I'm going to probably open most of my promos and get them graded. But there are people that prefer to keep them sealed. But if you push the back card up, you can see which card it is. So just know that they come in this plastic seal for certain promos and certain promos don't. And the Meeting Fluffy is one. So this is a sealed Meeting Fluffy, which I'm probably going to keep one sealed and then open a couple others that I have to send in for grading because I'd love to get a 10 in a Meeting Fluffy. Anyway, so those are the Harry Potter TCG promos that I have. I collect, again, the Wingardium Leviosa from Japan. I collect the Unusual Pets, and then I collect Meeting Fluffy. So those are my faves. But there's other ones. Feel free to explore. Be very aware that some of these have very, very high populations, like especially the ones that came out at the movie theaters. I think there's like, the movie AMC and whoever would get those and have hundreds per movie theater potentially. And so there are people who have cases of those. So be wary. These are the ones I kind of identified as unique, possibly will be a little bit more scarce over time. There's one that is known to be very scarce, yet has become somewhat controversial, and I'm kind of staying away because I'm not sure what to think about it, and that's the Devil's Snare promo. So I'm going to show a picture. I don't have that one. I was looking for it for a while until I heard about the scuttlebutt around it, which is it may be an illegitimate promo. WOTC, someone had reached out to WOTC at one point and asked if it was a licensed promo, and they said that they had never officially released it. This is a promo that was found allegedly inside of certain video games. There's a video of someone pulling one. You can't even really tell if it was sealed or not. I'm just going to assume it was totally sealed. I'm not really worried about that. My guess is that it's an error, that someone on the line started putting a few of those cards in and stamping the promo stamp on it, the Devil's Snare one, rather than the illegibilist one, which normally comes inside of the video game. And so some slipped in there. And so is it an unlicensed promo? Probably, just based on that feedback is my guess. And then it's some sort, it's an error basically that leaked out. So that's still pretty cool. They're going for like $500 a piece. And so I don't ever see that going down. I just think it's sort of like the, it's just one of those things that's going to hold it from going absolutely crazy. And there's just something about it just not being official that makes me hesitant to chase it for that kind of money. If it was $40, $50, yeah, maybe I'd get a copy or two just for that story. But where it's at right now, to me, there's controversy. So I just want to make sure that you know that. But to you, that might make it cool and might make you chase it even harder. So to each their own. That one's not for me. So let's talk about people still playing the game. Absolutely, people still love the Harry Potter TCG. I'm part of a Facebook group called the Harry Potter TCG Revival Group. And if you want to dig in further, please go sign up. They welcome especially new game players. If you're an investor, try to tread lightly on going in there trying to sell or buy stuff. You can, but do it with respect for the community. So those guys are awesome. And what's awesome is they continue to play the game. They organize tournaments, and I think one of the individuals developed an app where they can play online and actually like play a virtual version of the game. But furthermore, they have now started to make their own custom cards. So individuals who are involved in the community have come together and each took so many cards and became the artists of a whole new set, Heir of Slytherin, that they've created. And you can go and get the digital download files, send it to a custom card maker, and then have them print up cards for your own use. These are not for resale because they use, Harry Potter copyrighted materials, names, images, all that kind of stuff. But if you just want to print your own set to use for gameplay, people are having a blast with that. And I am so impressed with the art. I mean, just look at all those arts and all the work that people put in. It is awesome, impressive. And it's one of the reasons that I'm excited to collect Harry Potter, because I know there's this collector base who share stories of how much they love playing at kids, at their rec centers, at camps where they had the Harry Potter TCG cards. And so I know like there's an actual base of people with nostalgia. More so, I have nostalgia for Harry Potter, growing up reading it with all three of my kids. And I love the art, I love the stories, and I want to collect these secondhand purchases of not only WOTC products, but Harry Potter images in a trading card game that I think is just awesome. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I'd happy to, answer, if you're looking at certain products or whatever. Lastly, let me just show you one place where you can go to buy. Now, of course, you can go to eBay. You can go to the Facebook group and send a, hey, I'm looking for these cards kind of group or boxes. And a lot of times people post stuff for sale that you can respond to. But there's a place if you're looking for retail. They've sold through a lot of their stock, but they still have certain boxes like the Harry Potter base booster box for only $500 at the moment, which is cheaper than you'd find on eBay for the most part. And that's Hills Wholesale. And people see this website and it's really sort of like 2002-ish. And wonder, is this legit? Well, everybody on the Facebook group buys from them. I know Pokemon guys have been buying from them for years. They're super, super, super legit. Sometimes the products can come in a little dinged up, like you're not going to always get the highest quality. But I've had great luck. Actually, my stuff has come in good. I've just heard stories about people with, WOTC boxes with ding corners and stuff. You're getting it cheap, and they're super legit. So Hills Wholesale, I'll put the website up here. Check those guys out. So good luck out there. I hope this was interesting, useful, and be well, everybody.